Okay ra? Ang inyong connection? So anyways, I'll record na lang this one and we'll send it to you after. So, I think, sige, we'll start na. So, we left off at construction, no? Tama? Madungog ako, guys.
Madungog na, miss.
Sige.
Madungog na, miss.
Okay. So, construction is the activity.
Yes, miss.
Okay. So, construction is the activity of putting together different elements using a detailed design and plan to create a structure for a certain location. So, basically, construction is already realizing kung unsay naa sa plano. So, in construction, as what I have discussed last meeting, we communicate through plans, Mangod. So it is important for us to have a clear understanding of what the project will be. So that is specified on the building plans. So, mag-agad na sila contractors o the engineers and the site architects on what is shown or what is in what are on the plan or what is specified on the building plans. So, kung unsay na sa plan ng module na ilang sundon. So, dili sila patakag construct if wala siya sa plano. Kay basically, the plans is the Biblia sa construction. So, tanan dapat i-specify na siya on the drawings and the specifications. So, that is more on the construction. Well, anyways, we won't tackle construction because that much because we are just gonna focus on architectural drafting and details. So, wait lang. So that's it for the introduction to architecture. So we'll move to our second topic. Actually, I think this is the third and fourth topic dito sa akong gihatag sa inyo ang introduction to this course. And kuan man gani siya, it goes hand in hand. Anthropometrics goes hand in hand with ergonomics. So, ako lang siyang giusa of this. I will be discussing it to you on one session. So, this is for today. Makita ra ba? Makita ra ang slide?
Yes, miss.
So, Anthropometrics and Ergonomics, makita na ninyo?
Yes.
Okay. So, I'll be sending this one as well. I'll be sending the PDF file for this and after the discussion, I'll be sending as well the recording. So, anyone who has idea on what is Anthropometrics? Anyone? Wala. Nakaduong na ba Anthropometrics before sa inyong previous design subjects or sa inyong previous major subjects? Okay. So
Wala pa, miss.
I will tackle anthropometrics and ergonomics today. So before I'll go further with the discussion, makita na ninyo ang picture sa screen. Ano sa inyo nakita? Tao?
Kita ra, miss.
Okay. So are you familiar with this picture? Nakakita na mo ani nga photo before or ang illustration? Naka, nakakita na mo sa inyong previous major subjects?
Po, miss.
Wala. So actually
La.
this is uh, what they call or what we call the Vitruvian Man. Um, Usually, if we're gonna talk about architecture or architectural design, kani siya usually um, ang gigamit nga symbol or just to symbolize architecture and architectural design. So this is the Vitruvian Man. Gidraw ni siya, which was created by Leonardo da Vinci, but it was patterned or it was based on the work of Marcus Vitruvius Polio. So Marcus Vitruvius Polio was a Roman architect, an engineer, and an author as well. So back in the Roman, back with the Caesar Augustus time. So, siya may naghimo sa libro about 10 books of architecture. So basically, ang first theories of architecture, siya mo'y nag-initialize or siya mo'y nag-materialize. So, and gibuhat ni niya this symbol or this was drawn by Leonardo da Vinci but ang thought ani ang idea of the design was from Marcus Vitruvius Polio. So this means that the proportional relationship of the parts reflects the universal design. So he believed the workings of the human body to be an analogy of the workings of the universe. So basically, the working environment depends on the workings of the human body. So gihimo na to ang we build our working environment based on the capabilities, the activities, and based on the physical characteristics of the human body. So basically, on if you were gonna relate it to architecture, um, naghimo ta og isa ka structure or project or I mean, if we're gonna construct or design a physical structure or a project, depende na siya kung unsay activities o unsay characteristics sa human body. So, are you following? Naka-gets mo sa idea? Doon pa ko ninyo, guys.
Logra, miss.
Okay. So, that is the kuan lang siya kanang more on the theory lang ana or of kanang nganong nakakam up si Marcus Vitruvius Polio ug ina na nga idea. So basically ang anthropometrics is more on um, the human characteristics. So can you see or can you makita rin ninyo ang kaning naa sa
Miss.
screen? Okay.
Tara, miss.
So what have you observed man based on not just on the kuan ha, not just on the grill alone, but do you, unsay makuan ninyo sani unsay mahuna-hunaan ninyo of why the girl is having problems work or sa iyang back or something. Do you have any idea of the reason nganong inana siya? Anyone?
Murag bati guro yung posture pag lingkod guro, miss.
Okay. Sige. Another? Isa pa? Sa iyang posture, yes, pwede. Any ideas pa? Nganong kahang nabati iyang posture ana? Murag dili na ko madungog ang uban or ang sabak nagtabi ba mo or wala good. So actually ako nalay ko ano kay murag dili ko
Balik ka kung putol-putol, miss.
ha balikon. Sorry. Balikon ang question.
Miss.
So yeah. Unsay inyong
Palig lang ko, miss.
unsay mga mahuna-hunaan ninyong reason or cause why the girl in the picture is having problems with her back and kanang working.
Siguro na sa yung posture, miss, niya. As in sa hours nag-spend niya sa kan ba? Anang paglingkod ra gani, miss.
Okay. So aside from that, in relation to design and architecture, do you think na
Lingkuranan, miss. Tentra kayo, likod.
okay, sayang lingkuranan, yes. So basically, our working environment affects our way of kanang accomplishing tasks. So we'll discuss this one further when we go to ergonomics. Kay anthropometrics and ergonomics are two connected ideas man. So to discuss further about anthropometrics is the comparative study of the measurements and capabilities of the human body. So anthropos anthropos means human and metron meaning measure. So basically anthropometrics is just the study of human measurements. So as what you can see in the slide, makita ra? Klaro ra?
Klaro ra, miss.
Okay. So as what you can see in the slide, no, daghan siya measurements from the hip to the joints, di ba? Kita mo? From the shoulder width, kita ra? The standing height, kita mo? Shoulder height, the elbow height, the crotch height, finger height, hip, di ba? So, kana siyang measurements is what we conduct no sa atong body for basis sa atong design in the future. And so man you pag like if you're for example you're gonna have a two sitting or two seats na table, diba usually you're gonna measure your shoulder width, diba? Tama?
Tama, miss.
So anthropometrics is important in coming up with a effective design. So wait lang ha. I'm gonna go to another slide. Okay. How about kani makita ra ninyo? Free?
Miss.
Makita ra? So naa diri di ba gihata gi-illustrate diri kung asa preferred relaxed posture. So, and the maximum viewing angle, the horizontal sight line. So, kita ra mo sa eyes, dapit. Kita mo sa eyes, dapit.
Miss, pakita.
The horizontal sight line. Kita mo?
Miss. Kita ra, miss.
Okay. So, from the horizontal sight line, 10, if you're gonna go 10 degrees to 20 degrees lower, so that is the optimum horizontal sight line. And the maximum viewing angle for comfort is 40 degrees. So if you're gonna go beyond 60 degrees, kung ano na siya, stressful na siya. So if you're gonna relate it in design, no, if naa mo sa living area, you're gonna sit, then you have a mounting height of your TV na above the horizontal sight line. So it will be uncomfortable for the viewers, di ba? Tama? Are you following?
Sakto, miss.
So your aim here is to design in such way na the users will be comfortable. So if you're gonna mount the television, or if you're gonna have a cabinet on the opposite side of the furniture, so ang mounting height should be not too low or not too high sa horizontal sight line. So projector na siya ninyo. The angle should be projected 60 degrees maximum na siya from the horizontal sight line. So anything above it or below 60 degrees is uncomfortable na for the viewers. Gets? Are you following?
Yes,
Wait lang ha.
miss.
Wait lang ha. I don't know if na-admit ba ito na ko siya. Anyways, sige. So, there are a lot to consider as well. Diba? Kita mo sa picture na ay armrest. The angle acceptable for the armrest, that's 70 to 90 degrees. Kita mo? Here. Kita mo? And the what else? The standard leg space. If you're gonna have a table, so standard leg space requires you to have at least 24-inch. So basically, actually ang aim diri jud is to have a comfortable ano lang siya, kanang dili siya maghatag og discomfort sa kanang users. So with that, dapat isukdo na to siya. Okay? $4.99. So any questions so far? Actually, this is just a detailed illustration. But we'll have a separate activity para lang maka hands-on mo on what is anthropometrics. Okay? Any questions? Then, wala?
Para, miss.
Okay. So anyways, I'll be sending you this one. So the study of human figures so as to physical proportion is an important aspect in planning. All structures intended for human use are planned according to human scale. Even furniture, cabinets, cars, etc. were also patterned after human dimensions. So this is what I discussed earlier, diba? So all the furniture, cabinets, cars, or any other things are patterned after human dimensions. Even if the design of the cars, the design of your chairs, the design of the cabinets, those are irrelevant. If you design it irrelevant to human dimensions. So, magbase na siya. If you're gonna, like for example, if you're gonna design a kitchen cabinet, so you're gonna design it so as to suffice the need, di ba? So, if mag-design kang cabinet, then you design it too high. It's not it's not comfortable for the users, di ba? So, i-base yun na siya nimo like on the human dimensions. So, imo siyang i-identify pila ang um, height sa human and pila ang height kung naay kung mag-reach na siya. So, that's what you call standing reach height. So, kita mo ani sa kuan sa uh, picture kaning nasa kitchen na part. So, gi-consider niya ang height sa human kung mukabot na siya. So, basically mo na siya ang imong basis for the cabinet, diba? And, mo differ po na siya um, if you're gonna design it on based on women or men. But usually we will gonna design it on the women na aspect kay so as dili pud lisod ang mga babae, di ba? So anyways, I'll just have another. We will be having a late man for this. So I think mas masabtan ninyo if you're gonna apply na. So, anthropometry influences a wide range of industries, processes, services, and products, and has a considerable importance in optimizing the design of buildings. Human dimensions and capabilities are paramount in determining a building's dimensions and overall design. The underlying principle of anthropometrics is that meaning building design should adapt to suit the human body rather than people having to adapt to suit the buildings. So a key word here is the building designs should adapt to the suit of the human body rather than people having to adapt to suit the buildings. So, muni siya ang katong akong gi-discuss earlier nga theory ni Marcus Vitruvius Polio, no? Na ang working environment is designed to based on the human body or based on the people. So, wala mo nag-design kay wala lang, mura na siya. Nag-design mo kay muna siya ang need or muna siya ang suitable for the human being. And with that, i-identify ninyo ang capabilities, ang human dimensions, unsa ang mga physical characteristic of human. So, and anthropometrics does not cater on the architecture or design alone, architectural design alone. Anthropometrics and is also present in every other activities or every other industry. So The use of anthropometrics in building design aims to ensure that every person is comfortable as possible. In practical terms, this means that the dimensions must be appropriate, ceilings, ceiling high, ceilings are high enough, doorways and hallways wide enough, and so on. In recent times, it has come to have particular significance for workplace design and the relationship between desk, chair, keyboard, and computer display. So, um, actually, if you're gonna talk about um, design with human comfortable, that is already ergonomics. So I'll discuss ergonomics later on. So ang are you familiar of the National Building Code? Are you familiar?
Dili ra ba, miss?
Okay, so kanang National Building Code is muna siya ang giset sa government na basis na siya on designing and constructing buildings. So, naay giset nga standards ang gobyerno para sa atua nga dapat gina-import or dapat nato gibuhat or gi-apply. So, like for example, the National Building Code is asking us to this that the minimum size, minimum ha, muna siya ang pinakagamay. So, meaning sa pinakagamay, dili na mulas pa ang dili pa mulas ana. So, the minimum area and minimum design, minimum dimensions of a standard habitable room is 6 square meters. So that is 2 meters by 3 meters. So muna siya ang minimum. So dapat dili na kamulas ana kay dili that is not kuan na siya, dili na siya standard, and most likely dili ka mahatagan og building permit for that one. So ang 2 meters by 3 meters muna na siya ang pinakagamay. So if you have dimensions nga 1.5 sa imong kwarto, dili na siya acceptable. The minimum dimension will be 2 meters. Minimum area will be 6 square meters. Gets ra? Are you still with me?
Miss.
Okay. So,
Okay, ra, miss. Yes,
Yes,
miss.
miss.
Ara.
okay. So, in building regulations, nagiset nga building regulations, right? But in anthropometrics and ergonomics, we are not settling on what is required, what is just required, because we're gonna design based on the human comfort. So ideally, the 2 meters by 3 meters or the 6 square meter area of the room is not sufficient if you're gonna have a lot furniture inside the room. Tama? Buti na naon ang 2 meters by 3 meters or 6 square meter nga kwarto. If naa kay bed, if naa kay double bed, if naa kay cabinet, if you have table, computer table, if you have a dresser, if you have a lot things sa imong kwarto, dili na siya sufficient. So, ang tendency ana gamay kaayo ang area for your circulation, thus giving you discomfort in your room. So, muna siya ang giset nga minimum standard or regulation sa government. But that does not mean na maura dyan na ang atong i-design. If we're gonna apply the principles of anthropometrics and ergonomics in our planning, so muna na siya i-identify nato if you're gonna think of the circulation, i-identify nato pila ang atong shoulder width para muna siya ato ang passage sa ato ang passage or clearance sa ato ang circulation. So if we're gonna have a bed, i-identify nato pila ang ato ang length. Sorry, our height, the human height, and the shoulder width. If we're gonna have a single bed or double bed, so basically duha siya. I-times 2 ni mo shoulder width and plus allowance. Ha? Oh. So, basically on the theories of anthropometrics and ergonomics, daghan na siya coverage. So, daghan po na siya o mo vary po na siya like for the older people, the children, for women, for men. So people with mobility issues for the PWD. So we are considering a lot actually in that one. So okay, I'm gonna pause muna, no, and I'm gonna send another invite later. Wait lang. For a while.